What's going on YouTube? Benable Shaw is back with another Envoy exclusive video for you guys today. And we're going to be going over the Liberty War Team kits and the Cap Sam Wilson Captain America and the War Machine Reworks. Let's go ahead and get started. Sweet land of Alliance War, Liberty. Liberty, let freedom ring on helicarrier decks with the new patriotic new team, Liberty. Nick Fury is calling on the expertise of Captain Sam Wilson, War Machine, to lead strike newbies Peggy Carter, Patriot, and Falcon Joaquin on their mission to dominate Alliance war battles, both on offense and defense. With some serious upgrades to War Machine and Captain America Sam, Liberty is absolutely poised to take down big names in Alliance War. Here's your briefing on the new recruits and the updates to Liberty's veterans. First off, we're going to have Peggy Carter. Peggy Carter rose to prominence during World War II as a key member of the Scientific Reserve, fighting alongside Captain America and spearheading critical missions against Hydra. Known for her sharp intellect, fearless combat skills, and unwavering dedication, Peggy became a symbol of strength and resilience on and off the battlefield. Even after the war, she continued to fight for justice, shaping the future of global espionage and proving that one woman could change the course of history. Peggy is a controller for the Liberty team as she features high focus and damage to sabotage enemies' plans. Like a proper spy, Peggy manipulates the battlefield using negative effects like slow, stun, ability block to dictate enemy attacks. Her passive is particularly powerful. In war, she denies enemies of gaining slow. She applies taunt to every target she attacks. She also deals more damage to targets with slow. But her big attack happens at the end of any Liberty ally turn, if she does not have 2 or more exhaust, where she attacks the most injured enemy for piercing before applying slow and heal block. The traits of Peggy Carter are Hero, Global, Controller, Skill, Liberty, with a speed of 125. The basic is Taking Aim. Attack primary target for 300% damage, apply slow, copy and clear 3 random positive effects excluding taunt from primary target to self. The ISO 8 counter attack assist is the same, but it is just 250% damage. The special is Sunfire Bolt with an energy cost of 4/4, clear immunity from primary and adjacent targets. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 350% damage. Apply slow for 2 turns. Apply slow to the primary target. And in war, apply trauma for 2 turns to the primary target. This attack is unavoidable. If this character has 3 or more Liberty allies, this attack cannot be blocked. Peggy Carter's ultimate is Crossfire. Energy cost 4 of 6. Clear all barrier from all enemies. Attack all enemies for 400% damage. Apply slow for 2 turns. Apply 1 vulnerable up to a maximum of 5. Apply ability block for 2 turns to the primary target. In war, if this character has 3 or more Liberty allies, apply trauma for 2 turns to all enemies. The passive is the Dryad. At the end of any Liberty ally turn, if this character does not have 2 or more exhausted, attack the most injured enemy for 100% piercing. In war, attack that enemy for 250% piercing instead. Apply slow and heal block to that enemy. Enemies with taunt take an additional 10% damage. In war, enemies with slow cannot gain speed up. On successful hit by this character, apply taunt to each attacked target. If this character has 3 or more Liberty allies, enemy characters with slow cannot gain a speed bar for themselves or allies. This does not apply to speed bar gain through normal means. That has been it for Peggy Carter. Moving on to Falcon Joaquin. A resourceful Air Force officer, Joaquin Torres, was crucial in aiding Sam Wilson during the fight against Flag Smashers, our anarchist group. After Sam became the new Captain America, Joaquin inherited the mantle of Falcon, taking up the iconic wings and advanced tech. Joaquin Falcon is the air support of the Liberty and possesses high health and armor to help keep in the fight and aiding his allies. In war, his passive ability is key to victory. On spawn in war, he applies taunt to all enemies for 2 turns, allowing his allies to utilize their taunt punishing abilities. Falcon's kit denies enemies with taunt on gaining immunity in war, and deals an additional damage to those with taunt. On top of the taunt mechanic, Falcon Joaquin dishes out solid heals with his special and ultimate, along with filling Liberty's allies speed bar on any turn by an enemy with taunt. Wow. Falcon Joaquin is a hero global tech support Liberty. Speed 130. The basic is Red Wing Assault. Attack primary target for 250% damage. Apply speed up to self and all Liberty allies. The ISO 8 counterattack and assist is attack primary target for 188% damage, 17% piercing, and applies speed up to self and all Liberty allies. The special is Brave Bird Dive Bomb, energy cost of 4/4. Flip all negative effects to positive effects on self and all Liberty allies. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 350% damage. Heal self and all Liberty allies for 15% of this character's max health. In war, reduce the speed bar by 50% on the primary target. Wow. Apply safeguard for 2 turns to self and all Liberty allies. This attack is unavoidable. The ultimate is Raptor Strikes. Energy cost 4 of 6. Heal self and all Liberty allies for 25% of this character's max health. In war, generate 2 ability energy for self and all Liberty allies. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 190% damage. Apply 1 vulnerable up to a maximum of 5. And reduce the speed bar by 25%. The passive is Air Traffic Control. The first time an enemy takes a turn, apply defense up for 1 turn, speed up for 1 turn, and immunity for 2 turns to self and all Liberty allies. Wow. On enemy with taunt, turn. If this character has 4 or more Liberty allies, fill speed bar for self and all Liberty allies by 5%. Enemies with taunt gain an additional 10% damage. In war, on spawn, apply taunt for 2 turns to all enemies. Gain 500% extra focus for this action. Gain 25% speed until this character takes a turn. Wow. Enemies cannot fill the speed bar for themselves, allies, or enemies until this character takes a turn. This does not apply to speed bar gain through normal means. Enemies with taunt cannot gain immunity. Sounds like a lot of callouts to annihilators. That has been it for Joaquin Falcon. Patriot, Eli Bradley, grandson of the super soldier Isaiah Bradley. Initially fought crime as a vigilante without any superhuman abilities, relying on his courage and tactical skills after a life-threatening injury. Eli received a blood transfusion from his grandfather, which granted him enhanced strength, agility, and endurance, similar to the original super soldier serum. With his newfound powers and his grandfather's shield in hand, Eli embraced his role as Patriot, honoring his family's legacy while forging his own path as a hero in the fight for justice. Patriot is a bruising brawler for Liberty with damage and focus stats to ensure his attacks land solid on the kisser of the enemies. On top of heavy attacks, Patriot applies a slew of various negative effects like ability block, stun, and trauma in war. Patriot feeds his Liberty team's taunt mechanic by applying taunt on enemy turn. Wow, there's no hiding from Liberty. For any enemy with taunt, he lowers their dodge chance by 100%. RIP Absolute A-Force. Wow. And that enemy incurs an additional 10% of damage when attacked. Wow. Patriot's traits are Hero, Global, Bio, Brawler, Liberty with a speed of 121. The basic is Patriotic Punch, attack primary target for 350% damage and apply 2 bleed. The ISO 8 counterattack assist is attack primary target for 254% damage, 17% piercing, and apply 2 bleed. The special is American Rush, energy cost of 4/4. Attack all enemies for 250% piercing plus 25% additional damage for each positive and negative effect on this character. Apply defense down for 2 turns. Heal self and all Liberty allies for 10% of this character's max health. In war, 100% crit chance against enemies with taunt. Definitely a raider. The ultimate is Star Spangled Slam. Energy cost of 3/5. Clear barrier on all enemies, so that's going to be a second character that does that. Apply offense up to self and all Liberty allies. Clear death proof on primary and adjacent targets. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 300% piercing and apply 2 bleed. In war, on kill, fill speed bar for self by 75%. This attack gains 100% crit chance against targets with taunt and cannot be blocked. Wow. The passive is red, white, and blue. On successful attack by this character or any Liberty ally, flip 1 negative effect to a positive effect to self on all Liberty allies. On enemy turn, apply 1 taunt up to a maximum of 3 to that enemy. There's no hiding. You better just spawn with disrupted. Until this character completes a turn, this character and all Liberty allies gain a 5,000% focus. Wow. Enemies with taunt lower the dodge chance by 100% and take an additional 10% damage. In war, the damage of this character and Liberty allies can only be reduced by offense down. If this character has 4 or more Liberty allies, lower the max barrier of all enemies by 20%. Enemies with taunt cannot gain stealth. Wow. That has been it for Patriot. The War Machine updates are base stat health increases of 700%, damage of 345%, armor is 208%, the focus is 410%, resistance is 295%. The new basic of Railgun, attack primary target and adjacent targets for 250% damage. Apply offense down to primary target. The special is a missile system. If this character has 4 or more Liberty allies, flip defense up, deflect, and regeneration on primary and adjacent targets. Very good for boosted rooms. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 120% piercing. Repeat this attack 3 times. Excuse me. The ultimate is Cluster Bombs. New, clear barrier on all enemies. Attack all enemies for 460% damage. This attack cannot miss and cannot be blocked. The passive is integrated targeting. The new one is when an enemy drops below 50% or 25% health, apply taunt to that target. This cannot be blocked or dodged. I'm curious to know if that's 50% and 25%. So I'm gonna hasten to bet that it's probably both. But it's weird when people get healed, they're just gonna drop up and down. So we're gonna see how that works out. On spawn, apply 2 death proof to self and all Liberty allies. Apply 2 death proof to a random Iron Man ally. Captain America Sam updates. Base stat health increases goes by 300%. The damage of 225%. The armor of 191%. The focus of 236%. The resistance of 144%. The basic has no change. The special is new. Gain taunt for 2 turns. Gain 3 deflect and 3 counter up to a maximum of 5. Apply defense up to self and all allies. Apply speed up to self and all Liberty, Avenger, and skill allies. Generate 1 ability energy for 2 to 3 random non-summoned Liberty or skill allies. Gain an assist from a random non-summoned skill ally. The ultimate is Freedom Flight, the new one. For each enemy remaining, fill speed bar by 10% for self and all Liberty and skill allies, and feed speed bar by 5% for all other allies. The passive is Captain's Legacy. On spawn, gain 2 deflect, apply 1 deflect up to a maximum of 5 to self and all Liberty and skill allies. When this character drops below 50% health, and if this character does not have 2 or more exhausted, clear taunt from self. Apply 2 deflect, 2 death proof, and defense up for 2 turns to self and all Liberty allies. While this character has deflect, gain 300% resistance, 25% block chance, 20% block amount, and in raids non-Secret Avenger skill allies gain 20% max health. Very, very, very excited for this Liberty team. I'm going to be very curious as to what on earth is going to be defending against this. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I will catch all of you in the next one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below about what you guys think about the new Liberty team. Wow, 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 wow. Absolutely incredible.